We're here with the head coach of the men's national football team, Rajesh Lachu. Lachu does a very tough game. We lost 2-1 in the end, but what did you make of Dominica's performance?
We could compete with anybody, Gavin. And I want the world to know that, and I want Dominica to know that. Those players went out there and played for the country. The result, disappointing, but I still proud of the players. We compete against a World Cup team. We score against a World Cup team. And you see, it's just going forward. The investment was 2 months, 3 weeks. We were engaged full time. So imagine if the league, the DFA league, was semi-pro, professional, and the players training right through. Remember, Panama had their own professional league. There are professional players from Spain and all these different countries. So we respect Panama, and I am proud of my players because they were able to compete.
What do you think made the difference this afternoon? We were goal down early, but we managed to fight back.
Well, unfortunately, we scored all 3 goals. But that's the difference. That's the difference between a seasoned professional team and a team that just recently started within the last 3 months. And I think that is where the difference came in. At that time, they recognized to be composed. I mean, they had better exchanges. We had stringer passes, but we played our strength, which was to play in transition. And they just showed that little experience to put the ball exactly which path we know they was going to put it and force an error, 2 errors.
Coach, what will be the message to the team at this point? We noticed that the guys, a lot of them are down. They gave their all. They left everything on the playing field. What would you be telling the team tonight?
Well, same thing we tell them. According to Don Shula, one of the most winningest coach in the NFL, they had a 24-hour rule. 24 hours, whether we win, loss or draw, we had 24 hours to mourn or celebrate. And it's about getting the players them now ready for the next stage. It is about them continue to believe in themselves, continue to believe in themselves right through and everything that they do, and also investing in the future. Because now we see the brilliant goal by Odell. Skull had a brilliant game. Skull is only a defender for the last two years, I think. And imagine if he was a defender when he was 14. He would have definitely not been in Dominica. But I'm proud of all the players and the effort that they gave him, the players that came on him, the players that were on the bench. They did it for Dominica, and I'm proud to say that. And if anybody feel any different, that is okay. That is okay. Not everybody understand everything.
Coach, like you said, a lot of positives to take from the game. The goal from Odell Laville. We also saw Daryl Longdon really making a big impact on that game as well.
Yes, brilliant youth, and the great news, him, Tristan, Odell, all young players, Rian, young players. They are the future. The senior players are doing a good job right now. The football is the senior players. They understand how to adjust during the game. We had to adjust 3 times, which they adjusted. Just a little extra pressure from Panama. It's a good team. We can't take that away from them. They have players who score in the World Cup. We will score in the World Cup one day. Maybe not this World Cup, but we will score in the World Cup one day.
And coach, at the end of the game, we looked at the Panama players. They were quite upset. I guess they were probably not anticipating such a showing, such a fight there from Dominica.
No, and we had also thank Barbados, because Barbados showed the Caribbean that they could do this, that we could do this, and we just had to believe. Russell Latapi spoke with the team before we played the last game, and a strong message that he sent was, do it as a team. And when you have somebody like Russell Latapi, the little magician, one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player in the Caribbean, able to recognize and give those kind of words. The Caribbean teams and the Caribbean need to stop fighting each other and start helping each other. And when we say helping, we're not talking about match fixing, we're talking about pushing each other, competing against each other, to push each other, but off the field, we now share ideas. Because there are things that they would do that we could help us, there are things that we do that could help them. And it's about that education of the Caribbean to compete with the bigger teams in CONCACAF.
Coach, finally, what will be the message moving forward? We still have 2 more games to play against Anguilla and Barbados as well. What would you like to see moving forward?
Going forward, I would like to see the program continue. I would also like to see, and that's the pilot project I'm referring to, I would also like to see the league become a semi-pro, if not a professional, where the players them now could commit, because this is talent Dominica have, but it's just the time. And I also like to see the coaches, who knows, maybe Maybe I am not, I just say in my mind, maybe the coaches could get compensated by the club and maybe the DFA could help them so that these coaches know, because the coaches know, coaches just, they see they're doing a lot of things and they have plenty ability. So if the coaches now could get a little stipend from the DFA to coach their club team, I just say, then it would now help the coaches to help the players. Because every one of them, and you look at the league and you see that combativity of the players, you see the improvement, the speed. So if we could raise the speed and the fitness of the whole league, Gavin, I just need to call the team 2 weeks before and not have to train them all the time. But this is just me. I know, and we want to thank the government for supporting us, Trevor Shillingford, all the members of the public, everybody that believe in the team. Yes, that might say, some people might say, oh, but they lost and look how they're talking. But although we lose, we know we perform, we compete. And that's the important thing. Whether we had 100 passes, 200 passes, 0 passes, we still was able to score and show that we could score. So now we realize nobody invincible. So with this kind of attitude and then everybody now have more respect for Dominica. Even the coach was telling me that after, he said, you see this football improve. And the football didn't improve with me, Gaff, and the football improved with the coaches in the club. This was a reflection of the league. So all we had to do is invest more in the league and in the coaches. This is what the performance was, not me. The players learn things before I come, from the coaches before me, the managers before me, and they're able now to carry it and pass on their experience. We're able to use it and tap into it. And for them, we want to say thanks. All from Shane Marshall, the late Kurt, even Bala, and all the managers, respect to Big Joe. I know some of the people going through a little rough time. Our condolences to Coulson and his family. The Coulson is one of us. Coach Wasim also and his family. So, we do it for them. We do it, at least we could give them some kind of a better feeling during this time. Likewise, everybody in Dominica. And we, like I say, we want the program to continue, and we thank everybody for the support. And just support the players, support the league, support the clubs. Come and watch the clubs team play. It's exciting football. Of course, following COVID protocol. And we want to thank the government for the job they did with the COVID protocol that allowed us to train. Because other countries couldn't do what we were doing. And I maybe forget whoever I forget, but I know God will remember all that. And thank God for that.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.
No problem.